the destruction of the cosmic order to crown a king of the principle of naturalness. Chapter 1. The Last Meal. The universe, divided by the monarchy, suffers from a multitude of conflicts. But far from all the troubles and events, the dragoons live in their simple house, at the edge of the universe. There they lead a life of high quality. The young man, with dark brown eyes, black hair, and a black and red beard, Sin Andor Dragoon, is called to dinner. Despite his icy gaze and powerful physique, he has a warm and playful personality. The delicious aroma of the food alone fills him with great anticipation. When he sees the juicy meat, the radiant fruit, the aromatic broccoli, and the family's enchanting specialties, he can't help but smile and sit down. He takes a delicious bite, and then eats the food with complete mindfulness. Whatever Sin does, as long as he is blinded, he does it with full passion. Thus, he enjoys life, playing, eating, fantasizing, and everything else to the fullest. Without pretending or feeling inhibited, he is free from all shackles of roles and expectation. At least he tries to. For the one who lives mindfully and happily, and without allowing real harm to arise, he is the one who leads a beautiful life. So never lose the child within you, and be a kind being who doesn't need to pretend. For you should be able to live out good thoughts without clear conscience. Conscious. The good son sits at the table with his mother and his grandmother. Sin to his family, I love you so much. The mother replies, Oh, you say that so often. We love you too, but our food shows that, doesn't it? Sin smiles with his mouth full and nods in agreement. The mother, Oh, you are still my sweet little boy, even though you don't look like it anymore. Sin swallows and says happily, Yes, that's true. Thank you for the food. It was delicious, says Sin contentedly when he finished his food. The mother is happy. She's so proud of her son because Sin knows it too. Parents and grandparents basically just want you to remain happy, safe, healthy, and kind. Feeling and showing gratitude fulfills the most. Anything in upbringing that contradicts these priorities should be implemented by the child after their own reflection, and they should look beyond what is said to understand the reason behind it. Sin. Mom, Grandma, I'm going to Dines now and eat with him too. See you later. Rest. The mother, yeah. Love you as much as the planet is big, says Sin, hugging his mother and then his grandmother. He respectfully kisses his grandmother's hand and the mother's hand too. May your hand stay healthy, Sin calls out gratefully. Grandma finding strength, may the poor and the injured also find food and peace. Go then. Bye, Sin calls happily. Yeah, bye, don't let me be worried, the mother replies. Sin notices the cheerful weather and the fresh scent of the flowers. Yes, the principle of permanently renewed happiness is so valuable. and makes it possible for little to be happy. Everything else is then viewed as a valuable bonus. I'm convinced. But how do I convince others? Others think differently, and it can trigger defiance when it comes from someone like me. So far, I've gained approval for natural things, sometimes, but no one really imitates it. Imitates it. Perhaps it's all too foreign, but I freely continue my visions. It also helps. It also has to be viewed individually. After all, the fear of loss and pent up anger linger and circulate within me. And for others, it can be something else that is particularly burdening. I have always proceeded cautiously, and others may exhibit different traits, even as children, and carry them as genes. If I also document every thought and continuous thought through my chaos of writing written thoughts, then I'm only living for the sake of sorting things out and not fully enjoying the day. I'm taking away my own freedom, the compulsion behind it. What can you do about it? What can I do about it? Sin mutters to himself until he passes a figure similar to his stature. Sin senses unease. He looks behind him, staring, green eyes, inducing tension. Sin asks, "Hello? Do you want something? Are you looking for a specific place here? If so, as someone other than me, I'm sorry I did not see the whole place here." This person responds not with words, but with his body language. He assumes an aggressive fighting stance. Sin, overwhelmed, says, "My goodness, what exactly does he want from me?" Wait, Sin says in slight panic. The guy jumps off the ground. He charges at Sin. This person throws a powerful punch. For the first time, Sin Andorak encounters such a situation. Being attacked without preparation would certainly make someone so inexperienced freeze in fear. Sin would, too, but he is prepared for such a situation. With a single breath, he focuses on what's happening, and his thoughts are brought back to the moment. The blow is dodged with rapid reflexes. The bully is ruthless and strikes inhibitively. Sin tries to dodge gracefully, but the sequence of blows is precise and practiced. Sin is hit hard. The blow lands. Sin's face encounters pain. A tear rolls down his cheek. This strength wasn't normal, Sin thinks. Sin looks at his opponent's fist, glows green. Another attack. Are you serious? He strikes hard with intense green radiation. Sin parries, but is still thrown away. Far away. His hand is paralyzed, immobile. Sin holds his hand. This is serious. He thinks to himself. This wasn't normal. Glaring angrily at his attacker. Get ready. I will show you my best technique. Being pathetic. Bye. No sooner said than done. He runs for his life. Cries of desperate distress. I am being attacked by a bear. Urgent, it's serious. Please help me, someone. What's wrong with that idiot? Never mind, mutters the astonished opponent. He concentrates his eye. Between his hands, a green sphere. With a graceful swing, he shoots a beam. Sin realizes what the... He throws himself to the ground, performing a skin-ripping roll. Sin is hit. His forearm burns before his eyes, but he sees the beam pass by. Sin recognizes green energy, canceling or amplifying variations, extinguishing. Sin has escaped the battle, finally arriving at his friend's Dines. He discusses the incident and warns everyone in the area by having his wounds treated, and carrying them as evidence. The muscular Dines, seeing the silver lining, that you'd escape, good thing you were able to dodge. Sin replies, I'm amazed myself. My reaction speed is still reliable in an emergency. Dines answers, Sin, that's really crazy. But is he really that strong? Yes. He also radiated an unshakable confidence of victory. You are strong, Sin. You would easily defeat such crooks. No, Dines. I'm not that arrogant. My opponent, he hasn't shown everything he's capable of yet. I've also been neglecting my training for a while. Sin now feels safe and calmed down. The adrenaline subsides. They peacefully play a war game. The imaginative Sin and Dines immerse themselves in the game's world. My happiness circulates within me. Fantasizing is a truly reliable and always available source of happiness. Nothing entertains and fascinates me more than the breathtaking creativity one has within oneself in times of boredom. Those are words by Sin Android Dragoon. About the game, it is in this variant there are 60 different pieces, but only up to an agreed upon number of points can be selected. Certain stronger pieces account for more points. Both sides have a king at their disposal. Playing this king correctly with its special ability is crucial to the game. Synergizes between pieces are possible and should always be considered. The board is large and designed to simulate a war. The areas have various characteristics such as protection or restricted advancement. Just like the deployment of pieces, the area must also be considered. In certain situations, pieces receive bonus effects that can change the course of the game at any time. There's also a short version. They will play the game so often that they agreed on certain routes and values that kept the game balanced. They continually implemented new things and had a lot of fun. They played for a long time with great joy, with the loser of the game having to go hunting. After back and forth, the winner is Dines. The loser. The loser is Dines. Bye. Bring something tasty. Only what I like, please. Sin says, mocking happily. Dines, you play so coldly. It's always the same thing with you. I'm so annoyed. You're the single shitty winner. Like, you lose 90% of the round, then you pulls something so audaciously and feels, and you feel like you're like the best, every better than everyone. You think you are. It's disgusting. You cannot tell me you planned this. I'm sure it's lucky. Cheap tricks. I don't see this as a lose, man. Dines says indignantly as he heads off. On the way, a figure grabs him from the behind. Dines jumps and strikes hard without hesitation. The figure dodges and laughs. Dines notices that it is Sin who's laughing his head off. Are you serious? It was too tempting. I'm sorry. Don't worry. I will come with you and watch your back. You know we'll both run away until our flowers finally come. You just want to see if I catch something tasty. With you on my back, I would get goosebumps anyway. And chills. You are on the hunt. They are on the hunt. They walk leisurely along an open path. The ground slopes steeply down to the left of the path and leads to a forest. To the right of the path is also a forest. Together they are attentive and proceed as usual. There's something up ahead, Sin says to Dines, where he recognizes a bear. A black bear. Not too big. Wait, I changed that to a deer, not a beer anymore. It's a bit older. A deer, not too big and easy to grill. Dines replies, I don't eat much deer meat. I see here a rabbit. I go ahead. You can attack it if you want. Say something if you are having an emergency. Sin understands. He races towards the deer alone. He leaps and strikes hard. A flurry of blows follows that cock the deer in surprise and instantly take his consciousness. Yet, out of the stomach from the deer, a green energy blows, shines, and passes through. Targeted at Sin. Sin dodges and returns well. Sin dodges. Despite turning, Sin is fatally wounded in the stomach. He looks towards the deer in panic. What did that? Chapter 1 and